Hey everybody, it's your girl Tilo, and we are going to jump right into it. So this look I'm doing today is a soft copper highlighter look and an intro to me coming to YouTube. So what I'm starting off with is me doing my eyebrows, and usually when I do my eyebrows, I go underneath them, like trace the outline outside of them and fill them in, but I don't fill them in too dark. So what I'm doing now is cleaning them up with concealer by NYX, and it's like the third shade or something like that. You saw me point it out. And what I do is I conceal underneath it and I drag it down to give a primer base for my eyeshadow, and I take a little bit and go around the arch around the top of my brow and blend that out as well. Once you put the foundation on, you won't see it as much, but I do that with both brows, blend it down, and all of that. You see, and whatnot. You know, fix it up, clean it up, because that makes a big difference. Because I know when I do my friends' makeup and I do their eyebrows, so it's like, oh, this is too dark, and this doesn't look right. It's just like, girl, let me do me. I got you. I won't let you come out the house looking like Jafar. You know, I kind of look like Jafar right now. But anyway, anyway, I put a little bit of concealer in the top, like the front of my brow, just a little bit so it fades out a little bit, and then I end off putting eyebrow gel, which is the Maybelline clear one. It's the bomb. It's not that expensive. Most of the makeup I use in here is not that expensive, except for like the MAC and the Fenty Beauty. So what I just took right there is I put this Avon eye primer on, as well with the concealer that I use to put on underneath my eyebrow. So I put that on, blend it out with my finger. I'm using a brush for that. That's not needed. And then after that, I'm gonna go in with setting powder. Yep, E.L.F setting powder. It's tinted. If you don't have tinted, it's not that big of a deal. But if you're of color, I would suggest using a tinted baking powder, like banana powder, all that, and just pat that on. As so. Because what that does, it sets in, and like your eyeshadow won't move when you apply it. Give me. All geeked and whatnot. Then I usually sweep away whatever excess baking powder I have on, and then I'm about to go in with a dark brown. I didn't show you that, but any matte brown eyeshadow that you have will do fine. Will work fine. And you put that on the outer, and you put it all in your crease. So you just go in there and blend. And the brush I'm using is like an eyeshadow brush from E.L.F, and it's a C brush. You just go in and cut into a little bit. And then for the copper color, it's actually a highlighter from ColourPop, and it's called Churro. I love it so much. It's so beautiful, not just for highlighter, but as well as eyeshadow. It's beautiful. So I pack that on, put it in the corner, and I sweep outwards towards where I blended the brown at. And what I forgot to do in the video is I put some on my brow bone to give that extra pop, but you know, can't remember everything. So you go over that and you want to blend with each other, and then I go back in. I don't think I put that in there, but I went back in and put a little bit more brown eyeshadow on the outers a little bit, so I can get that like smoky effect. But I really wasn't going for a smoky eye. But now I'm going to color correct because I have dark circles underneath my eye, and I color correct with red lipstick. You can use orange. It pretty much cancels out the darkness on your face. Don't put a lot because you will see it through your foundation and it'll look pink. So just a little bit goes a long way with all makeup. A little goes a long way. So now I'm putting primer on, and I use the Monistat Chafing Gel. I got it at Walmart, and it works very well if you have oily skin. I have oily skin, but not like a lot. Like, I'm not really that oily, but certain foundations pull the oil out of me. So I let that sit in, and the foundation that I'm using is the Long Pro Waterproof Wear from MAC and shade NC45. And how I apply my foundation, with all foundation, I always do like the dot method. And because if you pour in the back of your hand, you're wasting a lot of the makeup. And like I said, a little goes a long way. Like, I know how to keep some foundation, girl, let me tell you. But when you're blending it out, you want to spray whatever you like to blend out with. I like to use like beauty sponges because I like to throw stuff away. You spray it with your setting spray so it sets in when you're blending it out, and it doesn't like move or whatnot when after it like dries, whatever. So you blend it out, and that foundation gives you a blur effect. Like, I love it. I don't like MAC like that, but that foundation, I like stat. And if you're wondering why I didn't blend it out on my forehead as well, is because my forehead is darker than the rest of my face. But when I contour, you're not even gonna see it. So now I'm jumping into highlighting, and I'm using the same NYX concealer that I use with my eyebrows. So I put it on my nose, put it on my forehead, my cupid's bow, my chin, and as well underneath my eyes. I use 2 concealers, you'll see that. And then I go in with another beauty blender or sponge and blend it out and spray in with setting spray again so it sets in. Blend for your life. For your life. If you don't blend, everybody will see what you did. You don't want nobody to see what you did. See, do you see it? Do you see it? I mean, you might see it underneath my eye, but do you see it? Nah, you don't. So you blend that joint out. Blend, girl. That's right. Blend like your life depends on it. Love that stuff. And then we about to use, you know what? The Pro Concealer in Fawn. When I use the Pro Concealer, I usually blend it out with my ring finger, because every time I use like a sponge, whatever, it soaks it up. But with that definitely goes a long way with a little bit. So I blend it out with my finger, blend, tap, 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 and all the way to like the edge, like all the way out to the edge of my face. And while it's still all a little tacky and moist and whatnot, you're gonna see me set it with the setting powder where every place that I highlighted my face at, even though it might be dry, but underneath my eye especially when it's tacky like that, because when I wipe it away, it's flawless and it doesn't crease and all that. I know that's important to some people. It don't matter to me. I'm not too particular about it, but I do like coverage underneath my eye, because I feel like I can see the dark circles underneath my eye if I don't put 2 concealers, but that's just me. That's just a part of my diet, making it dark, and I stay up all hours of the night. But yes, baking is essential for me. Like, I love baking. Now we're about to go into contouring, and I'm using Fenty's Truffle contouring stick. I actually have the trio, and I think 300 tan. And I go along my jawline. I suck in my cheeks to find, the depth of my cheeks. Go with that. Pretty much the perimeter of your face. That's how you contour. It's the perimeter of your face, and etch that nose a little bit. But I'm not trying to look like Mike Jack out here. But little chisel is not that bad. When you're contouring, especially with Fenty's beauty like sticks, you don't need to spray your sponge to blend it out, because it's so creamy it blends out on its own. Like, I don't spray when it comes to spray my sponge when it comes to blending out my contour, because it's so creamy it blends out beautifully. Like, this is by far my favorite contouring tool stick, whatever you want to call it, like by far. Like Fenty makeup is like the ish. So you blend that out. Make sure you don't see them lines with the nose, because sometimes I'll forget. So now I didn't show, but now I'm wiping away the baking powder with a MAC mineral powder in golden brown. And what that does is you're wiping away the baking powder, but like some people don't use like, you know, a foundation powder to wipe it away, but it does help because it gives you that tint and covers up like if it is white and it's not. I always did it that way. But any foundation powder you have, just wipe away your baking powder with that. So now I'm going back in to define my contour with an E.L.F bronzing powder. Sometimes I can get a little overboard with it. I got chill sometimes. And I use obviously the dark brown powder to contour it. And you just go back over where you contour with the stick. It gives it like a blur and like gives extra glow to your face. Now I'm going in with eyeliner. I'm not too particular when I do my eyeliner. Like I don't like it to be too dramatic because like it's hard to make them look even. So I use a waterproof eyeliner. It doesn't matter, you can use whatever you got. And this mascara that I'm using now is the shit. It's the shit. I have no eyelashes and I don't know how to put eyelashes on, but that one, yes, love it. It's the Manga L'Oreal, and the blush powder I use is Coral by MAC, and that's the same highlighter that I put on my eyelids, Churro on my cheek, put it on your, high on your cheeks, your nose, a little bit on your temple, a little bit on your nose of your bridge, and your cupids. Though. Now I'm going in with a brown pencil. I don't even know if it's an eye or lip pencil, but I like to go in thick with my pencils when I'm rounding my lips. And I'm gonna go over with the balm gloss. And when you do have that like lip gloss and dark pencil with it, please blend it out. I mean, some people can do that look, but I don't like it to do it. But like, it gives a nice like definition around your lips. Yes, girl. You see that? I'm so proud of myself. And then I go in with my NYX setting spray and I spray my whole face. Got some in my nose. Look at me like, oh, look. But yeah, takes a minute to dry. And now this is your complete look. Yes, girl. Smiling and all. Just want to say thank you for watching. This is my first makeup video, so like it's only progression after this. So I'm not a professional. I'm just showing you what I like to do and what I use and stuff like that, and I really do appreciate it. So just give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see when I'm posting next. Usually I'm gonna try to post every Wednesday at 6 p.m. and it's just not going to be makeup. I know a lot of things and a lot of tips and tricks that you could use in your everyday life. Okay, just not from just makeup, but beauty itself, like skincare, DIYs, hair, even though mine looks a little raggedy, and just anything that you want me to do, just let me know and I will definitely make a video. Just, comment, do all that, let your friends know, let your shorty know. If you want like first class tips, I got you. And this is makeup on a budget, and some of this makeup was a gift, so I can definitely just show you a whole bunch of things that can help you enhance a look and just make you feel beautiful on the outside like you are on the inside. My name is T-Lo, and don't you forget, because you already know.